Good morning, friends. Today we will describe about the quantum number. There are four types of quantum number: principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, and fourth is the spin quantum number. The principal quantum number is denoted by n, azimuthal quantum number is denoted by L, magnetic quantum number denoted by M, spin quantum number denoted by S. Sometimes magnetic is represented by ML, and spin quantum number is denoted by MS. Okay. If we will speak about the definition of quantum number, then quantum number speaks about the address of an electron. Suppose anybody wants to find you, then he should know your country. Suppose my country is India, then he has to find its state. Suppose my state is Odisha, then district, then village, then house number. Suppose my house number is H230. So this is my final destiny. If anybody wants to find me, then he should search me in H230. But for this, he should know my address. He comes to India, then to Odisha, then to Mayurbhanj, then to my village, Madhyavada, then to my house, that is H230. Similarly, what is the address of an electron? Where will get the electron? In the previous classes, lower classes, we know electron revolves around the nucleus in an orbit. So from this statement it is very obvious that we can say the address of an electron is an orbit. In the orbit we can get an electron, no doubt it is correct. But from the quantum number, what are the quantum numbers? Quantum numbers are the output of Schrodinger wave equation. Schrodinger wave equation. When Schrodinger wave equation is solved, three quantum numbers we get from the Schrodinger wave equation. One is the principal quantum number, second is the azimuthal, and third is the magnetic. So these quantum numbers speaks about the electron. What they say? Previously I told electron revolves around the orbit, around the nucleus in an orbit. So orbit is the address of an electron. But quantum numbers further depicts this address. That means it goes in depth. That means it's, if we are saying electron belongs to cells, then it also say, who say? Quantum number say inside the orbit there are subcells, and inside the subcells there are orbitals, and inside the orbital finally electron resides. So about the orbit or cell, principal speaks. About the subcell, azimuthal speaks. About the orbital, magnetic speaks. And about the spin, spin speaks. So what are the output of this Schrodinger wave equation. From the output of Schrodinger wave equation, it is known when n equal to 1, that is principal quantum number n equal to 1, it means K cell. N equal to 2, that means L cell. When n equal to 3, it means M cell. When n equal to 4, it means N cell. So, from this principal quantum number, we can speak about the electron which belongs to which cell or orbit in particular. And azimuthal quantum number speaks about the subcell. Azimuthal quantum number speaks about the subcell. What are the subcells? We know S subcell, P subcell, D subcell, F subcell. Azimuthal quantum number is denoted by L. So, when L equal to 0, it means S subcell. When L equal to 1, it means P subcell. When L equal to 2, it means D subcell. When L equal to 3, it means F subcell. How it is determined? Azimuthal quantum number speaks the values of L varies from 0 to n minus 1, 0 to n minus 1. So, when we are speaking about the K cell, here n equal to 1. So, obviously L is equal to 0 to n minus 1. So, in place of n I will put 1 minus 1, that is 0. So, it is calculated as 0. So, K cell has only one subcell, that is S subcell. When n equal to 2, that means L will be 0 to n minus 1, 1 will be 0 and other will be n minus 1, that means 2 minus 1 equal to 1. So, when I am speaking about the L cell or L orbit, it has two subcell. L equal to 0 means S subcell and L equal to 1 means it is P subcell. When n equal to 3, at that time L equal to n minus 1. So, 3 minus 1 to 2, that means 0 to 2. That means when n equal to 3, what are the values of L? 0, 1, 2. So, 0 means S, 1 means P, 2 means D, 2 means D. So, M cell, what are the subcells present? S subcell present, P subcell present, D subcell present. When n equal to 4, that means n orbit, at that time L will be 4 minus 1 equal to 3, that means 0 to 3. So, when L equal to 4, what are the values of L? 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 means S subcell, 1 means P subcell, 2 means D subcell, 3 means F subcell. That means in n cell or orbit, there are 4 types of subcell: S subcell, P subcell, D subcell and F subcell. Now, we come to the magnetic quantum number. Magnetic quantum number denoted by M, it speaks about the orientation or orbital. We can say either orientation or orbitals. This is the final destiny of the electron orbitals. Like in my case, H230, house number H230 is my final destiny. Similarly, orbital is the final destiny of an electron. Now, we have in azimuthal quantum number speaks about the S subcell, P subcell, D subcell, F subcell, SP, DF, these are the subcells. Now, this magnetic quantum number speaks about the orbitals or orientation. So its values is determined by m equal to 12 plus 1 and its values varies from minus L to plus L through 0. What do you mean by this? M equal to 12 plus 1 means how many values, okay, and if once how many values are calculated, what are those? Are you getting my point? How many values by putting the formula 12 plus 1? Once you get the how many values, then what are the values? For knowing what are the values, we have to stick to this line minus L to plus L through 0. So come to the point when L equal to 0, that means S sub cell, you put L equal to 0, that means M equal to 1. For if we will, for S we will calculate S equal to S L equal to 0. So M equal to 2 into 0 plus 1 equal to 1. That means how many values are possible for S sub cell? Now one value is possible. Then what is this value? Now values will be minus L to plus L through 0. So obviously its value will be 0. So M equal to 0. So what is the conclusion? S sub cell has L equal to 0 and M equal to also 0. Okay. Now for P sub cell L equal to 1. So how many values are possible for P? Now M equal to 2 into 1 plus 1 equal to 3. So P sub cell has 3 values and L is here 1. So what are the values? The minus L to plus L through 0. So in place of minus L, I will put here minus 1 because L equal to 1 here. Minus L to plus L, minus 1 to plus 1 through 0. Because here how many values are possible for P sub cell? Now 3 values. So P sub cell has 3 orientation. What I am saying? 3 orientation or 3 orbitals These are Px, Py and Pz. So what is the bottom line of the magnetic quantum number? When azimuthal quantum number speaks about the subcell, magnetic quantum number further clarifies about the subcell. That means if azimuthal quantum number speaks about this P subcell, then magnetic quantum number speaks P subcell. Oh, P subcell has 3 orbitals Px, Py, Pz. Okay. Similarly, if we will come to the D subcell, it has L equal to 2. So what are the values? How many values are possible? Now 2 L plus 1. So 2 into 2 plus 1 equal to 5 values are possible for D subcell. And what are the values? Now plus L, that means plus 2, 2 minus L, that means minus 2 through 0, plus 2 minus 2 through 0. So what are the values? Plus 2, plus 1, 0, minus 1. So how many orientation are possible? Now 5 orientation. And what are the values? Plus 2, plus 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2. Orientation means orbitals. So D means D subcell has how many orbitals? Now 5 orbitals. D subcell has 5 orbitals. What are the other orbitals? dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square and dz square. Okay. Similarly, F subcell F subshell has how many orientation? 7 orientation or 7 orbitals. By calculating this formula we can get F subshell has 7 orbitals. Okay, and spin quantum, what it speaks about? Obviously it speaks about spins. N orbital, we concluded the final destiny of electron is the orbital, but an orbital can accommodate maximum 2 electron. So spin speaks that if one electron revolves in clockwise manner, other will be anti-clockwise manner, and by convention, if it is revolve clockwise manner, we assign plus half, and if it is revolve in anti-clockwise manner, we assign minus half. In this way, we can explain the address of an electron in full details. So, first we will speak about its orbit. We will decide our targeted electron belongs to which shell or orbit. Then we will speak in the shell what are the subshells, and inside the subshells what are the orbitals, and inside the orbitals what is the spin of the electron. In this way we will precisely explain the complete address of an electron. So in this lecture, that's all about the quantum numbers. In my next lecture on quantum numbers, we will describe some numericals which will enhance our understanding regarding quantum number furthermore. So that's all. Goodbye.